Alright. I'm outside in nature, dude. I know I've been making my videos in indoors, but it's such a beautiful day and I'm out here just kind of taking in the breeze and the sunshine coming down. The evening time's one of my favorite times of the day. It's just this sense of like calmness. Things just like feel like they're slowing down a little bit. And for some reason during the evening time, I just feel a little more centered. So yeah, I decided to get back from work and just make a video, just about life and all the different things that I'm learning. So the other day I was hanging out with my friend Kevin, and we had just come back home, picking up our marathon bibs from the LA Convention Center. And we were kind of tired, so we decided to hang out on my couch. And we turned the TV on and we're like, yeah, let's just chill, let's just hang out. And I began flipping through different channels, and I really just you know that feeling when you just can't find anything like good to watch, or you're doing that on Netflix, or you're just like searching through all the movies and you're just like, you know what, I don't really want to watch any of these. Well, that's kind of what ended up happening. And after about 20 minutes of that, I was like, I shut off the TV and I looked over to Kevin and I was like, let's go outside. It's a sunny day, let's go outside, let's go sit in the grass bare feet. Let me go get my sitar, that's a Persian instrument, and I gave him a Persian drum, and let's just jam on that, man. Let's go outside and enjoy the nature. So we ended up going outside and just kind of sitting in the grass with our feet barefoot, and we kind of just sat there, meditated for a little bit, and we began playing our instruments, and it was just so refreshing just to get outside and just sit in nature and just take in the sun and the breeze and the noises, the grass, the wind against the leaves, the rustling of the leaves and all that. And later on, it got me thinking about how in our society today there's just so much noise. There's so much noise constantly in our lives. You're driving in your car and it's so customary at this point to have your radio always on full blast, or have your Spotify playing and always, or listening to an audiobook or something like that, and always just kind of have noise playing. And then you go to work and you're constantly looking at emails, or talking to people and doing work and trying to get things done. And you come back from work after 8 hours and you turn on the TV and you watch sports, or you watch the nightly programs, or you watch Netflix or whatever, or maybe you don't even watch TV, maybe you just go on YouTube and you scour the internet for all these different videos, and then you go to sleep and you really don't have any silence. You really have no spaces of silence in your day, and your life really just becomes this overwhelming bombardment of noise. And I think that's really one of the main problems with us as human beings, is there's so much stimuli, there's so many things that we have access to, especially with our phones nowadays. You just take your phone out of your pocket and you have access to anything. Um, there's a lot of power there, but if you don't know how to use it correctly, it can take you over. And I think since we're so in our early stages of humanity with using smartphones, we're kind of starting to learn about how it can take us over if we allow it to. So the one thing that I've kind of started to implement in my life now is to ask myself the question, where can I give myself opportunity for space or for stillness in my life? Nowadays, when I get those urges to watch TV, I go outside and I sit in the grass or just outside like I am right now. And I just observe what's happening. I just observe what's happening around me. Without the need to put a label on anything. Just allowing things to be as they are. Sometimes when I'm eating, I'll really just settle into the moment and just be present with what I'm doing. And really enjoy my meal, put my attention on my meal and what's happening around me. And I think Osho has a saying. He says, stillness is where all the answers are found. Or silence is where all the answers are found. And I think that's true. And it's funny because we're all looking for answers. We're all looking for answers for our life. We're all trying to figure out a meaning, and we're just going through our day-to-day lives, and some of us are asking, what is this all about? Some of us don't. Some of us don't ask what the bigger purpose, the bigger meaning of our lives are, or what we're doing here. We just happily go to our jobs and drink beer and watch TV and kind of just make money and pay our taxes and don't ask any questions. But I think there's an overwhelming majority of us now. Well, it's probably still a minority, but there's an overwhelming group of people in the world right now who are waking up, and they are beginning to ask those deeper questions about what we're doing here and what's the purpose of all of this and why we were granted these lives and what's our place in the universe. And I think finally people are starting to give themselves the opportunity to settle into silence and cut through all the noise. Because when you're constantly consuming your attention with noise, you don't get a chance to go deeper within yourself. And you find a bunch of us are just running away from the very thing that we're looking for, and that's peace. Peace is found in silence, and peace is found in stillness. I think we're all looking for peace, and we're all looking for peace in the wrong places. A lot of us are looking for peace in sex or drugs or food in money, in anything externally. But peace is only found within yourself, and it's always there inside of you. And you'll only really find it when you allow yourself to be still and allow yourself to be silent. Then you can give yourself the opportunity to settle into that silence and settle into that peace. Then everything kind of starts making sense and it's hard to explain. It's hard to put it into words, really. But you have this overwhelming feeling that everything's gonna be okay. And you can sort of let go of trying to find the answers. I think that's all for now.